What's up, Bad Dude subscribers? I got a lawnmower, tractor pull tractor. The customer did his own fabricating. I just got to go back over it and finish it up for him. Put Bad Dude's touch on it. I'm about to recut that out so I can set it flush in there. It won't be overlap. It'll look like this side. I had to fill in this section here. Just fully welded, make sure it don't crack up for the gentleman. This tractor is getting custom painted. Hold on, I gotta turn that off. Yeah, this is the hood. It had 2 exhaust holes here, and I fully welded those holes shut. Had 4 holes here for the hood latches, welded those shut. I didn't get a video of it. I was in a hurry, I guess. I should have videoed it, but we're gonna video this section. But it's getting custom painted. What in the world's that car called? General Lee. So to get a number 1 on the side panels of the hood, and we're doing a waved flag on the top of the hood there. I'm not sure what the rear end section is going to get, but we are custom painting it like the General Lee. I'm gonna put you on my tripod here. See if I can get y'all a good view here. Been a while since I videoed. I had some issues I had to get taken care of. But we're doing good. Back in business. Clean these wheels up a little bit. plug in all my tools. I ain't gotta keep doing it. Alright. Let's clean this up a little bit. Got a little bit of a warp in this thing. Ain't too terrible bad. It's really warped down through here. So I end up fixing all this warping. Or get the welding on it. I'll weld this piece before I cut this one. That ain't gonna matter. I guess I'll go ahead and cut that so you all can see that cut. Don't take a lot of welding. pinch that together. You can see I slowly cut that because I don't want to warp it no more than I have to. Went right through my boot. When it burns a hole through there like that, they grinded it so far that the metal's so thin. So I always want to build that back up. If it burns through, it means they grinded it so far that the metal is thinned out. So As long as it don't burn through, the metal's thick enough. I will not grind this all at once. I'll let it cool down. I do not grind it hot. You see that metal getting cherry red because you're grinding it or turning black, it takes a chance of warping it. Of course, this on this crease is pretty strong to begin with, but it's just a habit that I have. I'll take my welder and I'll smooth out these welds so there's no gap in it. I could grind it flat, but I like filling it in first. It just prevents me from thinning the metal out as I grind. I can keep it more straight, and it's less Bondo that's going to take to fill in any kind of pinholes. Say the main thing is there be no cracking when it comes to the Bondo that'll go on top of it. If I'd have left these welds like this, takes a chance of the Bondo cracking. There's a step board mounts to this, so they'd be stepping on the tractor, so this needs to be very strong. just doing that helps me to know if I grind it too far, it would burn a hole in it. So it welded up pretty nice. I can finish welding it. Still need to fix this corner, and I'll do that last. This corner here I'm gonna have to cut through, but I'm gonna go ahead and weld this top up, and that's gonna be the most time consuming part. And turn the welder up a little bit. Weld and grind a little bit, weld a little bit, grind a little bit. Helps keep it cool. You do not want to just sit here and weld this thing. You will have warping problems. hand on it to feel the heat. If I can touch it, I ain't got it hot enough to warp it. Plus the cool glove help cool it down. And I grind and weld a little bit at a time so I can see my pinhole areas a little bit better. And plus I can feel if it's straight instead of going ahead and welding it and having to come back still, hit all these spots. I just do it a little bit at a time. That way I keep it cool. You get to warping these pieces of metal when you're fabricating. And unless you know how to shrink and stretch the metal to get it back, I wouldn't recommend it. Just take your time. I weld with non-flux core wire, which means I don't use gas. Because I weld so much and I burn through gas, and flex core to me burns a little bit cooler than argon gas. I don't need to run a bead, so I don't need to have such pretty weld. I can't weld that hot. A gas welder don't like rust, but it burns too hot. So flex core wire in the welder, it's still a pain in the neck to try to weld on rust. But if you get anywhere near rust, at least you could build it up or just baby your weld and get it to lay on it. Because a lot of your back panels is rusted to begin with on these vehicles and trucks and rocker panels. So I'm constantly welding on rust that you can't see. It'll burn a hole right through it. So flux core wire just helps when it comes to car restoration, in my opinion. But there's no wrong way to do it. I just don't use gas because I weld so much, and it's just cheaper. I don't weld frames. If I did, then I would have gas. But sheet metal, I've never had a problem with flex core wire. It's like this corner here, you can see here, that corner. I'll just build it up. I'll come to the side and I'll just keep welding on it until I build it up and close it. Instead of taking time and cutting a piece of metal, I can just build that up nice and easy. Just close that mug right up. to that side. Ain't gotta worry about no cracking. Now, I'll work on this corner. See how hole it burns through? And grinded it so far, it's so thin. That's why you really don't want to overlap your metal like that. You think you might grind it smooth. But in all reality, you're grinding the top piece thinner than you think. When I grind, I make sure I just grinded my weld and not the metal around it. Your corners are a lot stronger, so you can see I can weld it a little hotter because it's supported by that corner. You will have no warping problems with corners. But if you're a beginner and you want to spot weld it, just be on the safe side. Raise you down, raise you up. Check this little corner out. Almost done. Push that in there a little bit. Grind that clean. That'll be fun. That little piece there. Ain't too hateful. I can make it work. I'll weld this side. I'll take my little grinder. And I'll grind that off there. Right in the hole. Just like that. As smooth as butter. Don't believe me? Look at it. Ain't nothing but a couple minutes to do it right. And I'll just weld that nice and full. Never even know. There you go. All done. Turn that compressor on and grind it a little bit more with that little tool. And I'll get ready to start mudding these ends on it and fix all the yellow, strip it all the metal. But there's a little bit of fabricating for anybody that wants to know, learn. I'll go back, flip this thing over and hand dolly these warp spots out that the customer did to it. This side was the same way. But it ain't no big deal, it'll hammer back out. Just one spot right there. This one, same spot. We've got two on this one. So I'll just flip it over and dolly it out. And flip back on this side and dolly it on this side. Keep hammering it back and forth. If I have to, I'll put a little bit of heat on it. But it don't feel like it needs any heat. And this part's pretty stout, pretty strong. So it all dolly right back out. Finish grinding the black off like I did that side. So there you have it. Appreciate you.